Hi, I'm Emily of Emily's Line Fitness, and welcome to this 10-minute upper body activation workout. In today's 10-minute upper body activation workout, you are going to use just your body weight and a mat or a soft surface to warm up your entire upper body. This is a great routine to do before you get into maybe some heavier weighted upper body work or even some body weight work. We're just gonna get those upper body joints feeling nice and fluid and ready to support you through whatever movement you have going on today. To that end, we're gonna go ahead and get started. You can come up to stand with me, and we're gonna bring our feet just hip width apart and parallel. Knees and toes are tracking forward here. Unlock your knees, and now drop your tailbone down towards the floor, and take a look at the front of your pelvis. You wanna bring the pubic bone and your two front hip points all in the same plane as one another. From there, take a second just to arrive on your mat. Arms can go down at your sides, and we're gonna take it to some very gentle shoulder rolls. So letting those shoulders roll around in their sockets. Good. Letting these movements feel good here. This activation routine is meant to build some heat and just make you feel really ready to go. One more circle this direction, and then go ahead and reverse those circles. Back, and forward. Inhaling and exhaling, trying to melt away any tension that you've got built up in those shoulders so far. Last 4, 3, 2, last one, melt those shoulders down, and then we're gonna add the arms into the equation. So you're gonna give me a big reach back, big reach back. Good. Now when you take those arms up, notice that your front ribs tend to puff outwards. As you lift your arms, can you think of pulling the fronts of your ribs down towards your pelvis? Good, so I'll just turn to this side here. So instead of arching the back and letting the fronts of the ribs open forward, you want to think of pulling the fronts of the ribs towards your pubic bone to keep everything nice and stacked. Reverse your circle. Reverse and reverse. Nice. Oh yeah, last 5. Last 4, we're gonna bring those arms up to a cactus position. 3, 2, take your arms into a cactus position, elbows slightly forward so that you can see those elbows in your peripheral vision. From there, inhale, begin to arch your back, open your heart up to the ceiling. Now you can let those ribs flare. Exhale, round your back, curling your pubic bone towards your face, elbows come in, letting those shoulder blades spread apart. Inhale, arch your back, open your chest to the sky. Exhale, round your back here. This is your standing cat-cow. We're just getting a little bit more fluidity into the upper back. Inhale and exhale. Let's do 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Last one, open and close. And now find that upright position. Reach your arms overhead. Grab the left wrist with your right hand and give me a big side stretch, yawning the left side of your body open. Sending that breath into the left side of your rib cage. Think of the ribs separating just like fingers on a hand. Exhale, come back to center. And now grab that right wrist with the left hand. Big side stretch up and over. Good, open your chest towards me. Good, inhale a little bit deeper. Exhale back to center. 1 more each side. Inhaling up and over. Now, of course, we're still warming up the upper body, really focusing on the shoulders here. But we also want to warm up the spine, right? Because that's important, it's essential. Exhale back to center to any exercise. Inhaling side. So warming up your spine means warming up your abdominals basically, which are gonna help to stabilize your spine, gonna help to mobilize your spine. Exhale back to center. Take your hands behind your head now. I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see. You can keep those feet hip width apart and parallel. Unlock your knees, and then we're gonna take it to a hip hinge. You're gonna lean forward, tilting the front of your pelvis towards the tops of your thighs. Hold for a second here. Reach your heart away from your tailbone. Find that nice long spine, and exhale, hug your ribs in towards your center. On your exhale, you're gonna come up to stand, and then on the inhale, you're gonna hinge. Perfect. We're gonna find this hinge position a lot in our upper body strength workouts where we're using those heavy weights because we hinge often when we're doing moves like rows and flies. So we just wanna be ready to support the body in that position. In 4, last 3, we're gonna hold it in the hinge. 2, last one, go ahead and hold it in that hinge position. Reach your arms down towards the floor. You're gonna reach your arms up to a high V shape. Keep the shoulders melting away from your ears, lower. And now we'll do that reverse fly. And then finally we go for a row, elbows come outside of your hips. We go high V, out to a T, arms go into the row. High V, I just swept my arms back, which is wrong. And then arms row, there we go. High V, fly and row. High V, fly and row. Let's do one more for good measure. High V, fly and row. Very nice job. You can come up to stand. Now I want you to travel to one side of your mat, so that whole mat extending out in front of you. Inhale, grow tall. And on the exhale, drop your chin to your chest. And very slowly, piece by piece, we're gonna roll through our spine, rolling off an imaginary wall behind you, or a very real wall. I've got a wall directly behind me. You can come down, soften your knees at the bottom, give your head a quick shake, yes and no. Inhale, and then on the exhale, we're gonna walk the hands out to find your high plank position. Shoulders are over the wrists here. Fan your fingers super wide and away from one another. Press your heels away from the top of your head. Grow long like an arrow. Inhale here. On the exhale, we're gonna walk those hands right back towards our feet, and you're gonna roll all the way up, a little bit faster. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, roll, walking up. Good. Inhale, plank. Exhale, walking back. Keep going just like this. Again, letting the body build some heat. Think of that roll up and down as a little massage for your spine. We're gonna meet in that plank position in 2 more walkouts. So 2 more walkouts, second to last one right here. Last one right here. Good. Hold that plank position. Widen your feet a little bit wider than your hips here. Now again, spread your fingers super wide, unlock your elbows 1%, and wrap the pointy parts of your elbows back towards your thighs. From there, reach the crown of your head away from your feet. Inhale, and on the exhale, you're gonna tap your right hand to the left shoulder. Inhale, tap the floor. Exhale, left hand, right shoulder. Tap, 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 tap. Now, while you go for these shoulder taps, the goal is to keep your hips completely stable, right? So both sides of your pelvis are equidistant from the mat. You can do the same thing on your knees if that's gonna feel a little bit better. In 5, in 4, we're all dropping to those knees. In 3, 2, and when everybody drop down to the knees, bring your knees underneath your hips, shoulders can stay over your wrists here, and we're gonna take it to some scaption. So you're gonna drop your chest towards the mat, keep those elbows soft, squeezing the shoulder blades together, and then exhale, press the shoulder blades away from each other, press those hands to the mat, feel your shoulder blades wrapping around the sides of your rib cage. Inhale, shoulders glide together. Draw your abdominals in here while you melt that chest down. The only thing that changes is the position of those shoulder blades. Exhale, glide the shoulder blades apart. Hug the ribs up, 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 up towards those shoulder blades. 2 more. Inhaling, melt. Exhaling, press. Inhaling, melt. Exhaling, press. Good. From here, you can stay exactly where you are. You're going to take your right hand behind your head. And now we'll go for some spine twists. So inhale, bring your right elbow towards your left wrist. And then on the exhale, open up, reaching your heart towards me. Inhale, twist. Exhale, open. Inhale, twist. Exhale, open. You got it. 2 more. Twist and open. We're going to hold this next one. Twist and open. Stretch your right arm up to the ceiling and give me little wrist rolls. 3, we reverse. 2, 1, reverse direction. For 3, for 2, for 1. Take that right hand down. Now left hand comes behind your head. Inhale, melt that left elbow towards your wrist and open up, reaching away from me. Good, really push that right hand down into the mat as much as you can. Push down through fingertips, through knuckles, and into the webbing between your pointer and your thumb. Oh yeah. 2 more. This feels good. It's like a little back massage. Last one, we'll hold it in the twist. Good, hold it in that twist. Reach your left arm overhead. Give me those small circles of your wrist. 3, 2, reverse the circle. 4, 3, 2, bring that left hand down. Now, wouldn't be an activation if we didn't get into some push-ups, right? Right, exactly. Walk your knees back so that your body is in one long diagonal line. Shoulders, hips, and knees, again, following like a ramp shape. Push the palms away. Spread the shoulder blades away from one another. Draw your abdominals in. On the inhale, you're gonna bend your elbows out towards the sides of your mat or to the outer thighs, only going as low as you can keep those shoulder blades reaching away from each other. Exhale, press back up. When you come down, think of really leading with your chest, stretching the crown of your head away from the tops of your shoulders. Exhale, press up. Stay on your knees or come up onto your toes with me. Inhale, dropping your chest down. Exhale, pressing up, 1 unit. 2 more. Inhale, drop. Exhale, press. Last one. Inhale, drop. Exhale, press. Lift those hips up into a downward dog. If you were on the knees, just join me in that dog. Pedal through your feet. And now walk your feet towards your hands. Walk your hands towards your feet. You're in your center of the mat. Inhale at the bottom. On the exhale, curl your tailbone towards the backs of your thighs. Feel that curl ripple into the top of the pelvis, then into the lower back, then into the middle back as you restack yourself bone by bone, ready to tackle the rest of your workout. Nice job. Give yourselves a round of applause. I hope you feel warm. I hope you feel activated. So just go ahead and get on after the rest of your workout. If you need some suggestions from me, I'll go ahead and link you to my upper body playlist. And if you just want more from me in general, then I recommend that you subscribe to my channel. It's Emily's Aligned Fitness, and I have new videos coming out every single week. Thank you so much, and I cannot wait to see you next time.